in the dense, tangled woods of Rendlesham Forest, where the night air is thick with the scent of damp earth and pine. There's a tale whispered among those who know the land well, a tale of lights that danced in the trees one December night in 1980. It began when strange lights were seen flickering between the trunks, glowing brighter than stars, but low to the ground and moving with eerie precision. The first to notice were the soldiers stationed at the nearby airbase. Their night watch had been quiet until, just past midnight, they spotted what looked like a fire in the forest. Thinking it was a downed aircraft, they grabbed their flashlights and hurried into the woods. But the deeper they went, the stranger things became. The temperature dropped unnaturally, and the night air buzzed with an energy that made the hairs on their necks stand on end. As they pushed through the underbrush, they stumbled upon something that stopped them cold. In a small clearing, hovering a few feet above the ground, was a triangular craft, unlike anything they'd ever seen. Its surface was smooth and metallic, shimmering with light that pulsed between deep red, icy blue, and a sickly yellow. The trees around it seemed to bend inward, as if drawn toward the object's presence. One of the soldiers, a man named Jim, felt an irresistible pull to move closer. The craft was silent, yet it hummed with a vibration that resonated deep in his chest. He reached out, his hand trembling, and touched the surface. It was warm, almost alive, and covered in strange symbols etched into the metal symbols that seemed ancient, like hieroglyphs from a forgotten language. In that moment, a flash of light burst from the craft, and Jim's mind was overwhelmed with strange visions, flashes of numbers, like streams of binary code rushing past his eyes faster than he could comprehend. He staggered back, gasping for air, as the craft lifted into the air with a sudden, graceful movement. It hovered for a moment, then shot skyward, vanishing in the blink of an eye, leaving nothing but silence in its wake. The men stood there, stunned, in a clearing lit only by the ghostly glow of their flashlights. The ground where the object had been was scorched, and a triangular pattern of burnt earth marked where it had hovered. When they returned to base, their story was met with disbelief. But the forest wasn't done with them yet. The following night, more lights appeared, moving between the trees as if they were alive. This time, the deputy base commander, a man named Charles Halt, led a team into the woods, determined to see for himself. Armed with a tape recorder, they ventured deeper into the darkness. The lights were back-floating orbs, pulsing with a light that seemed almost sentient. As they moved closer, the air grew dense, filled with the crackle of static, and the men's radios crackled with interference. Halt's voice trembled on the recording as he described what he saw: small, glowing orbs zipping through the trees at impossible speeds, weaving in and out as if they were playing a twisted game. Suddenly, one of the lights darted toward them, hovering just above the ground before splitting into several smaller orbs that scattered in different directions. The men watched in stunned silence as the lights performed impossible maneuvers, stopping on a dime, then reversing direction without a sound. For a moment, one of the lights hung in the air just a few feet away, casting an otherworldly glow on the men's pale faces. Then, just as quickly as it had appeared, it vanished into the night, leaving the forest deathly quiet. They returned to base shaken, unsure of what they had witnessed. Officially, the incident was brushed aside, explained away as a trick of the light, a misidentified lighthouse, or overactive imaginations. But the men who were there, those who felt the hum in their bones and saw the lights, danced through the trees, knew it was something more, something not of this world. In the years since, the forest has become a place of pilgrimage for those seeking answers, but the truth remains buried in the shadows. The trees still whisper their secrets, and on quiet nights, some say you can see lights flickering deep in the woods strange, restless orbs that weave among the branches as if searching for something lost. The legend of Rendlesham Forest has become one of the most chilling tales in the region, a story of lights that don't belong in our world, and the men who came face to face with the unknown and returned forever changed.